Hey everybody, on today's show we feature a feisty feline who went from healer to hellion. Stay tuned. Welcome back to PopCon. I'm your G1 host, Victor. This is a salute to all pop culture, but mostly the 80s. You know the routine. I've got hashtag adult collector goals and a plan to finish that toy shelf behind me. Today I got a brand new action figure to add and cross off my list, making me one step closer to the ultimate collection of fabulous franchises made famous in the 1980s. You're just in time for the unboxing. You ready for this reveal and review? Come on, let's go. Well, it doesn't take a sixth sense to know I'm talking about another third Earther, the second female anthropomorphic feline from the Thundercats, and third in my small collection of a favorite series so far. We've got Pumyra. Puma. No, not the original Pumyra action figure. As a matter of fact, I never owned an original Thundercat action figure back in the day, and they weren't that attractive. I can do better than that. And when it comes to my collection, what I choose, I'm not a completist, but I'm kind of a snob. You see, I'm very particular as I curate distinct representation of those iconic brands and characters that had an impact on me through modern day toy technology, if it's available, and that faithfully represent what we were promised during the OG run of the series back in the greatest decade, the 80s. Who do we have here? It's Pumyra, I said, and we're in a black shipping box. It's got some artwork that we'll look closer at in just a moment. And tightly fit inside is the action figure itself in a window box. There she is. This is Pumyra, the Thundercat Puma, who came late in the game. We'll get a little more detail about her in just a moment, but we want to get a close look at her figure. She's really putting a cool action pose here, which I like, in the display. Now, this has got a lot more color art on it, and you'll notice that the packaging might be different than what I showed with Jaga and Sly. That's because this is the original from the Matty Collector site. It was a Thundercats Classic, kind of like Masters of the Universe Classic. That's before Matty Collector went belly up and Super 7 took over. So, are you ready? Let's take a quick look at the box first before we open her up. Come on. The exterior black shipping box comes with a stark Thundercat logo in black and gray with her name. The other side has a black and white inked cat's lair, their headquarters, and on the other side, another black and white piece of artwork, but very vicious Pumyra, but she is a Puma. When we go inside, we can see the title on the top of the box. This was made by Matty Collector. It's called Thundercats Classic, like their Masters of the Universe Classic. And on the side here, we see the window box, more color going on with her name. And on the other side, another picture still in black and white, maybe not growling, but she doesn't look like an angel. Maybe that look is a side of her that's yet to come. The color art on the back plus a bio flipped around shows her in the window box in a great pose with all of her accessories. So let's open her up. Okay, so we've gotten a closer look at the box and the package and the artwork around it, but let's go ahead and open Pumyra's package up. So she does come with a few things. So what I'm gonna do, there was some tape on the bottom. I saw that you just cut the tape, open it like this, slip her out slowly, nothing falls out. Pop. All right. You know, there is nothing in this box, nothing extra. You can see the Thundercats logo in ghost print on the back. You know what? Let me check behind the cardboard. No, nothing. It tells you nothing, which is fine, which is totally great. There are a couple of ties around her arms and legs, which we will snap off. While I do that, I'll tell you that she does come with some extra hands. She also comes with a cattail sling weapon, some sort of slingshot, which, by the way, looks a lot like the weapon in Kroll. Do you remember Kroll? Yeah, that movie. So she's got kind of that. And this was called the Totem of Denim, or some Totem of Denim? Is that like jeans or something? The Totem of Deno. I'll get to it later. But anyway, she has a few accessories in here. And you know what? Cutting that out while you watch is annoying. So let's cut to her cut out of the box. Well, here she is. Let me tell you, they did not want me to get her out of this blister card. It was like she was heat sealed around her. Now, a couple of cuts on those ties, no big deal, but I had to pull her out, so I was struggling with that. It was very loud. Either way, here she is. This is Pumyra the Thundercat, originally from the Thundercats Classic collection. She is very articulate, so we'll be looking at that closer in just a moment. As a matter of fact, I'll put her on the carousel. We can look at her accessories, and talk a little bit about this character in general before getting her on the toy shelf next to Sly the Jaga, see how she looks, and being able to cross her off my list of needs for my toy shelf. Are you ready to go? Let's put her on the carousel. Pumyra's character was introduced in Season 2 of the original Thundercats as one of 3 additional survivors of Thundera. This figure uses the same design and mold as the Masters of the Universe classic female buck, including the visible joints. We'll see some of her other accessories later, but she does come with 2 alternate hands. Now, I love her dual-colored hair, or fur, and the white is a vibrant contrast with the brown. Too bad it gets in the way for full head articulation. It should have been made of a pliable or soft plastic. The belt can also be attached there with a peg and notch there. She has this great rocking in her ankles. It is a wonderful way to get full motion and posability out of the character. So note the mold and the paint details of her face and arms especially. That really worked to make this figure very dynamic. She's quite posable, and here she is holding one of her weapons. This accessory is very similar to the weapon in Kroll, this very sharp boomerang type instrument. She can also have her cattail whip. This whip is more like a sling and can hurl pellets of varying degrees of destruction at her foes. This character once battled Chitara, as if you could only have one female in a series in the 80s, but they soon got over it and fought together on the side of good, at least in the original. The reboot of Thundercats on Cartoon Network in 2011 brought more mature storytelling and complex story arcs, and that is especially true of Pumyra. Pumyra was no longer depicted as a healer, but a warrior, and she was a spiteful feline filled with vengeance ever since she was killed. I mean, that is a bummer, I get it, but as all classic mummy tales, Mumm-Ra reincarnated her and uses her as a minion to spy and lure the Thundercats to battle, either between themselves or with him. As the first real 80s good guy turned traitor, she is now more interesting than ever. This depiction of her now lives long after the cartoons and lasts in all other media, including the comics. What do you think? As Pumas go, does she have any Puma traits? Let me know if you think she looks anything like the cat she is inspired by. Well, how do you like Pumyra? Let me know in the comments. As a matter of fact, let me know your memories of Thundercat action figures, or maybe the show, especially the comparison between the original and the 2011 version. Do you even remember Pumyra? She came in Season 2 but lasted till the end, or do you like her treacherous, traitorous personality more than the original? Well, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Now, hey folks, if you love Thundercats and PopCon, you can find all kinds of original artwork, graphic design, and illustrations of those 80 themes and mashups on Collection 82, our sister site. Check it out. There'll be a link in the bio. Well, I don't need this anymore, so... Oh well, you know what I do need? Your validation, your love, your approval. And you can give that to me in the form of likes, comments, and shares, and especially subscribe. What can you lose? Trust me. I am Lionel, Lord of the Thundercats, reminding you not to just watch, but subscribe to PopCon.
And I'm Snarf, telling you this. Don't make excuses, like and comment too.
Obey the code. Support the creators. So this was my favorite part. We've already seen what Pumyra looked like in her animated version, but the toys came out first. And this is what we were given, although we saw what we were promised. So toy technology has gone a long way. This very rare action figure did not come out in the first wave, but eventually did, and just shows you how far toy technology has come. Well, Pumyra looks great right there on the toy shelf next to Jaga and Slide. That's one small step for an adult toy collector, and one more toy I can cross off my list. That's right, another one bites the dust, and I look forward to the next one. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you're having fun, and if you are, you could show it by subscribing. Doesn't take a lot, and it really helps me out. So I hope you're having fun. I hope you'll join me for the next one. Looking forward to it. So until next time,